What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Robski. It's March 10th, 2020, and I'm just coming at you with another update kind of in my life and what's going on. So it's been a year ago, and I went and watched my old high school basketball team play. Unfortunately, they went 0, so they went 2 and out. They lost 2 games in a row, and were not able to advance in the state tournament. Again, I just, like I said, I like talking about high school. I met some of my old teammates that I played with, and they're doing great. We had good times. I met some of my old teachers as well. And it was weird because we were all playing the same role. It used to be they were my teachers and coaches. Now we were just a bunch of fans in the stands. So I've talked this before about moving on in life, and me personally, like I said, I was the star quarterback. I was the jockey guy. I played 3 sports. I played basketball, football, baseball, and like I said, I had a little bit of time at the next level. I am one of the few people that have positive memories about my high school years. And the reason why is, like I said, because I am a social guy and I was involved with all these other activities. It worked out very well for me. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm on a different path. I'm doing things I've never done before, and it's a brand new skill set that I am learning. So it's all new and it's all interesting. But it's important. It's important to keep the relationships you had in the past, but it's also important not to live in the past and move on. And looking back, when I talk to all these people, I don't regret moving to Boise, Idaho. I'm glad I got out of Potlatch, Idaho. Again, God bless those people. I love them up there, but I just need to do my own thing. And I get to go up there and hunt with my cousin. I'm going to go on a hunt this April. And it's really nice because it's kind of like when I look back now, when I go up there as an older man, it's like just a place where I had some really good memories and I had some good times and made some friends. But I'm one of the few that don't have any bitterness towards my high school years. Now, when I got into college and did some things like that, that's a different story. College wasn't nearly as good to me as it was in high school. I still loved college. I had some good times as well, but it wasn't high school was a lot easier for me in college. I had a higher status. I was a more valuable man on the market. I had these young girls that wanted to date me, have me be their boyfriend. I was a happening guy. When I got into college, especially my freshman year, I still was doing the jock thing. But women saw me as less valuable, and I think it's because they can kind of see that he's a good guy, he's a likable guy, but he's not the guy. I was riding the bench, and I guess like they could see through what I thought made me valuable to them. So I come back to now, and I feel like that what I'm doing now, I got hooked up and, working out really hard. I feel like now I have more meaning in my life again. I feel like that I'm going to be more valuable again because I'm doing things that I want to do for a long time. And I'm not just talking about it either. So, anyway, that's that. I just want to make a comment about what's happened with 49er football. Anyone says that Tom Brady is going to the San Francisco 49ers is ridiculous, okay? It's a nice fairy tale story. He grew up a Niner fan, but I am all in with Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is the right guy. Jimmy Garoppolo, we will make some more Super Bowl runs with Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm 100% behind Jimmy Garoppolo. If he ever happens to see this, I just want him to know that there's a man up in Idaho who had his back the whole time when he first came to the 49ers in 2017, I believe. That last Super Bowl, that season, even though we ended up not winning the Super Bowl, that was a very special season for me. I remember watching Nick Bosa get drafted when I was up in McCall, and I really loved that team because they had so much camaraderie and so much chemistry playing with each other. And I really didn't want them to change anything. I want that same personnel. That team will make Super Bowl runs. And I definitely don't want another quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo is the right man for the 49ers. He's there for a reason, and he's not going anywhere. So people need to put that to bed. It'd been nice, maybe Brady can come be a backup, but Jimmy Garoppolo is our guy. Other than that, guys, I just, I'm currently working on self-improvement. I want to get some major weight loss and really just change my life here. So work's going well. My workouts are going pretty good. We got baseball in full swing. Been watching a lot of spring training. Well, not a lot, but a little. You got to see some talent from the Atlanta Braves. And there you go. I have a cousin who's just got promoted, and she's going to be heading to Washington, D.C., so I wish her luck on those endeavors as well. Another thing I want to touch base with, and this goes for men and women. So I've been kind of in the manosphere red pill awareness, and I've learned about hypergamy, and I've been learning about the sexual nature between men and women. Both sexes can be shallow at times. I think a lot of in today's culture, women get attacked for being the gold diggers and being the the conniving manipulators. And, I definitely understand why that is. I mean, I've had that happen to me personally in my life. But, like I said, men, and I'm like this too. I mean, there's a certain, there's certain qualities that we miss, and that there's certain people that we discard because they don't fit our standards of beauty. So that's just how it is. But I've been seeing this in my personal life. I've been seeing a lot of these, 20-something women, and they're dating 50-year-old guys, but they have money. And one of my friends is all shocked about this. And she's like, "Oh my God, that's gross," and I've explained to her, see, these people, they're not kind of like, people think that I'm naive, but I am. I'm naive on things. But look, guys, the free market is real with capitalism, and it's also real with the dating market. Okay. We have certain regulations in place, but basically people can date. The dating has been deregulated, so people can be in relationships and do things that maybe aren't societally acceptable. But if it's legal, basically you're seeing this exchange, money for beauty. And they were saying, well, she's actually, it's like being a prostitute. And I'm like, well, this is what I've learned. Okay. And this has nothing to do with, because these far left liberal people and then these old school right wing people, they have some things in common. They're not really, they both kind of have this fabricated world that they lived in, and it's not really reality. Okay, that's why I'm definitely, if you meet me, I'm definitely libertarian. I am so libertarian that it's obvious now, because I've been in the real world, I've been in the ringer, and I know how the real world works. Okay, I know how dating works. I know how hypergamy works. Okay, and a 23-year-old woman dating a 50-year-old man is not wrong. It's not illegal. It's two consenting adults making a voluntary exchange. Okay, this is why like the leftist people, they hate capitalism, because they don't understand what it really is. All it is a voluntary exchange. Okay, now both sides have a problem with this. Both sides, whether you're in the Christian right-wing crowd or the progressive leftist crowd, they both don't like this exchange. This is how the real world works. It's just an exchange. That's all it is. That's what capitalism, that's what free market is. It's not necessarily the ultra 1%. It's not about the 1%. It's not about the, wealth inequality. It's just an exchange. You're just exchanging stuff. That's all it is. Like every time I go to work, it's literally just an exchange. I give my employer my time, my skills for money. It's just an exchange. Okay. And then people need to realize with the internet and with, because I worked with this woman who thought that something like that would be nasty. And it doesn't matter what she thinks. It doesn't matter what you think. It matters what the law thinks. And it matters what the two consenting people think. That's it. That's it. Nobody in this country has a moral high ground to judge who people are sleeping with. Okay? That includes liberals and conservatives. Nobody has the moral high ground. Now, if the person was 17 and the person was 50, they have the moral high ground because of law. But if the person's 18 and the person is 50, they do not have the moral high ground because the law states that is okay. If you don't like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds sleeping with 50-year-olds, raise the consent, the legal age of consent. And see, this is what people have a problem is. We don't grow up. We are kids for too long. And I am 100% guilty of that. Okay? When I got out of college, I thought the world owed me a living. I thought that I was the man. I thought that I didn't need to do work. I thought I didn't need to do the crappy jobs, and I got punched right in the face. I almost ruined my relationship with my family. So, before anybody goes out and throws any judgments at anybody, because the leftist, they like to judge a 20-year-old woman sleeping with a 50-year-old man, but yet, it's okay for two women or two men to sleep with each other. So they have no moral high ground. And the right-wingers, they want to judge that. But again, they have no moral high ground. These are the same people that have been divorced 3 times and say that, wait for marriage for sex and all that bull crap. So, again, before anybody throws out any judgment on anybody, it's like judging people about, this person has too much wealth. Well, what do they do to get that? That's the same thing. It's like you'll talk to somebody like a Dave Ramsey who'll say that, sex before marriage is wrong and blah, 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 blah. But he'll also condemn people for judging people for having too much money. So it's like Dave Ramsey is saying that, who are you to judge how somebody spends $1 million of their wealth? Okay, well, who are you to judge to say when and what people should sleep with? Okay, the only judge is the law. Okay, an adult cannot sleep with a child. That's it. And that line gets blurred because sometimes there's an 18-year-old man dating a 17-year-old girl. And by definition, that's wrong. By definition, that's illegal. It's funny because if you look at that relationship is illegal. But if an 18-year-old woman sleeps with a 50-year-old man, that's legal. So, again, how the society and the real world works, there is no right or wrong. There is no moral code. It is what is legal and what is illegal. Bottom line. So, to people in the manosphere, and you women too, don't let people judge actions that you do. If you're an attractive woman and you want to parlay your beauty for dollars, you have every right to do so. And I'm included. I'm not going to judge. That's just how the world works. Anyways, it's your boy Robski. You have a great rest of you have a great day, YouTube world. Thank you.